Hi, I'm Matt.
And I'm Dan.
And we're from GameTank. Dan, you know the Nintendo DS?
Yeah, love it.
Brilliant little console, isn't it? Fits in your pocket,
fantastic.
looks great, and got some great games, and it's excellent. How could you make it better?
Oh, tough one. It could emit smells.
Good idea, but not quite.
A new colour.
Another good idea, but they have tried that already with the DS.
Okay, no, I'm lost. That's all I've got. That's all I've got.
Dan, they've made it 3D. S.
Whenever GameTank visits an event like this, we try to be professional, sound intelligent, and try not to cause any trouble. Mostly.
But it's fair to say that getting to play with Nintendo's bits months before they hit the shops made us feel like kids at Christmas.
And there was nothing more exciting than getting to play on the fantastic new 3DS console. Nintendo have, quite simply, done it again.
That's why they're called Nintendo, not Nintendon't.
Wow. Why don't you just talk us through the console, Matt?
Nintendo, come on.
Get on with it, mate, or I'm going to Nintendo kick your ass.
Here's my original DS here, so you can see it's a similar size. With the DSi, it grew in size a bit, but now we're back to the original sort of size as the DS Lite, and you can see a few different features on the new 3DS. I'll take you through them now. So as you can see on the original DS here, just got the D-pad and then the buttons and the start and select and the two screens. Well, here, when we come to the 3DS, it all really goes up in the world. First of all, you've got two cameras here on the back. I'll tell you more about them in just a moment. But on the inside, see, you've still got your dual screens. Over here, for the very first time ever on a Nintendo DS, you've got an analog stick as well as the D-pad. You've still got your YA and B and X buttons. There's your power button down there. And over here, you've got the 3D slider. Now, if you're playing a game and perhaps you don't want to be playing in 3D or you want to adjust the amount of three-dimensional, you've got that to turn it up and down. And then here, you've got a camera for while you're playing as well. And then when you're in camera mode, you can take a shot using these two cameras on the back that take two images and then give you a magic 3D image. Now, unfortunately, we can't show you it operating today because as we hear from the Nintendo people today, it still is very much work in progress. But I'll tell you something, having seen it myself, I'm so sorry that I can't show it to you because it is absolutely incredible. The 3D plane begins with the screen. Now you'd think it's good enough to just get 3D going in, but it actually comes out as well. So it's as if the screen is the center of the image. So you've got depth as well as the image coming out. It's absolutely amazing when you see it running. When I say that you won't believe your eyes when you first see it, it truly is. It's not an understatement, it's incredible.
The games I saw all looked incredible. From a Mario Kart demo to a new Resident Evil title, the 3D is very good and is going to open up a whole new world of gaming possibilities. I even got to play on a new version of Pilot Wings which suited the new tech perfectly.
Amazingly though, there was more on show than just the stunning new 3DS. We had a bit of a hands-on with some of the games the Big N have got lined up for Christmas.
I got a good hands-on with the new Donkey Kong Country Returns game. Fans of the SNES originals will not be disappointed as this new iteration stays incredibly loyal to the original series. Donkey and Diddy are back, the big, colourful and hugely enjoyable levels are back, and just about everything you loved about the 90s classics has been polished up and put on show here. I even got to play a minecart section. It was like stepping back in time, even down to me being rubbish at it and finding myself back at the checkpoint watching my lives whittle away. The lady showing me the game was very kind. I really wasn't good at it. The controls map well to the Wiimote and Nunchuck, and shaking the two makes Donkey Kong pound the ground, which is both useful as an attack and for triggering in-game events like opening up new sections or making tons of bananas appear. Seriously, it was like being in Market Street in Morrison's, there were loads of them. Look out for the game at the end of the year.
While Dan was falling into pits and walking into enemies because, according to him, he was looking at the backgrounds, I grabbed a quick play of Metroid Other M. As a lifelong fan of the Metroid games, it was great to see Samus returning to the Wii in all her glory. The whole game wasn't on show, but enough of it was to truly whet our appetites here at GameTank for more space pirate killing and Metroid magic. To ensure that their games are as unique an experience as possible, Nintendo always seem to know how to get the very best out of their hardware, and they've done exactly that by implementing motion control beautifully in this latest Metroid experience. Remember how well the FPS sections worked before in Metroid Prime, for example? Well, point the Wiimote at the screen and the game suddenly snaps into FPS mode, allowing you to shoot any foes surrounding you. The long intro we saw before we actually started playing suggests there's going to be a really deep storyline to this latest Metroid game, and the tutorial mission will suit first-time players of the franchise nicely. We'll get to learn more about Samus and revisit a true icon of gaming soon on GameTank. September the 3rd is the date for your diary if you're looking forward to this one.
We also had a quick go on the new GoldenEye 007 game.
Let's go.
You may be pleased to know that a traditional Wii pad is best used to play this on, and that some of the multiplayer levels are based heavily on the original N64 title of the same name. The game itself is still heavily based on the 1995 Bond film GoldenEye, although it will feature current Bond Daniel Craig's voice and likeness, and certain story elements have been updated to make the game sit better in the modern world.
We only had time for a brief play, but it would appear that none of the multiplayer fun has been lost in translation, and it had a real feel of the original cartridge game, right down to the controls. We'll be keeping a close eye on this one, a close golden eye, that is.
Oh my. It's currently penciled in for a November the 2nd release. We'll keep you posted. So we've had a wicked afternoon down here in the London playing the new Nintendo 3DS and checking out some of their Christmas games. The 3DS looks superb, and I can't wait for everyone to see the 3D because it is crystal clear. It's absolutely superb.
It is amazing, isn't it? The only problem is it looks like we might have to wait until early 2011 to actually play it at home.
But trust us, it is worth the wait.
And in the meantime, there are going to be a lot of games coming out for the Wii and the DSi that look amazing.
Christmas lineup looks great. You've got GoldenEye, you've got Donkey Kong Country Returns. There's so many great games on the way.
Metroid Other M, that's another one.
Absolutely fantastic.
Loads to look forward to. It's going to be a bumper rest of the year for Nintendo, I think.
Look, there's Battersea Power Station.
Oh yeah. Do you want to go?
No.
Oh, all right. Oh, I think I've just spotted the people from the Gadget Show. Damn, let's let down their tyres.
Keep it real, keep it GameTank.